To what extent can the design and the treatment of your walls and floors affect the hygienic conditions of your food processing environments? Well, a closer look into Guideline Document 44 on the hygienic design of food plants teaches us that this effect can be quite significant. And that is why we have an expert in this field in the studio today. His name is Pieter Haan, and he works for EHEDG company member Stoneheart. And he is going to share a presentation on this topic on the upcoming EHEDG Online Congress in September. Hi, Pieter. Could you introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Yes, thank you for having me here. My name is Pieter Haan, and passionate as I am about hygienic design, I'd like to say I'm in the security business. Over the last 15 years, I've been advising architects, engineers, general contractors and end users on the best practices on hygienic flooring and wall solutions.
Now, in your presentation, you use some of these best industry practices to illustrate how to minimize food safety hazards deriving from badly constructed and maintained walls and floors. Can you also give us an idea in how this relates to hygienic design?
Yeah, I could. What we traditionally see is that a lot of attention goes out to the design on processing machines, tanks, pipes, and packaging machines, for instance. And that's good to start with. But what we see is it's for now, it's only a fraction of the sources of listeria in facilities. And I would like to think that's because of the great work that's been done over the years by good design. But that leaves us with the other main sources I would like to highlight, and that's the cleaning equipment, drains, floors, curbs, and walls, and how they all connect to each other. And that's, I think, very important.
What problems do you encounter when you visit the sites of your clients?
What we see in our day-to-day on the floor routine is that most of the problems occur because of poor design and poor implementation. And that's what I want to talk about. So I want to highlight those details. Most of the time, the connection details between different materials, for instance, between floor and curbs, between floor and drains, between joints. That's where the problems are and the problems occur.
Yes, and in your presentation, you create awareness for possible hazards that people maybe didn't think of before. Now, what would be in general a good first step to take to minimize those hazards?
What we always do together with the stakeholders is looking at what's really going on in these rooms, in these areas, to understand what is needed to keep cleanability easy and maintenance costs low over the years. So the total cost of ownership. What we would like to talk about is what are the mechanical loads, the thermal loads. So what is the room temperature and the temperature of the water you're using for cleaning? Is there thermal shock? Is there even thermal cycle? Or what are the chemical loads for the raw materials for cleaning products, and what are cleaning procedures, and what kind of slip resistance level would you have? And these things can vary per room or even per area in a room. And based on that, you can choose from all kinds of sort of resin types, epoxy, polyurethane, MMA, others. But it's important to understand with each other the circumstances we have during installation, but also after that, when it's finished, the circumstances when everything is finished and you have maintenance over the years. What are circumstances then? That's very important.
Well, it's obvious that you have a lot of knowledge and experience and a lot of things to say about this topic. What will be the key learning points of your presentation?
Yeah, I think the key learning points are that you gives a wider perspective, looking at your facility, where the problems could be, looking at the details beyond your machines, beyond the processing machines. It's all of course, in the guideline number 8 of EHEDG, but it gives really points out and gives you a good view of where you should look in your facility for where the problems and, of course, where the solutions are.
What would you consider to be important aspects in selecting a consultancy firm to help food processing companies in this?
I think it's very important to get a party like us who is involved from beginning to the end. So who takes every step with you. We're there to advise, we're there to offer a solution, and we're there to install the solution. And we also look further than our own systems. We work together with other parties, like we have worked with Blücher drains, and we work with polystyrol curbs. And together we look at this problem, and together we come with solutions.
Well, Pieter, thank you very much for this interview. We're all looking forward to your presentation in September.
Thank you.
The EHEDG Online Congress 2021 will be held from the 22nd to the 24th of September, 3 consecutive days, just a few hours a day. And we'll cover many different topics and aspects of hygienic design and engineering. And you are invited to attend. It's free of charge and you can register down there. See you there.